It was 3 a.m. when the city went silent. No alarms, no warnings, just silence. Seconds later, the ground shook. Explosions rippled across the skyline. Skyscrapers folded into dust. Military bases were gone before soldiers even woke up. No one saw it coming. No radar detected it. No missile intercepted it. The destruction was so complete, it looked like the city had vanished overnight. And the weapon behind it all? A single B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. Of course, this never happened, but it could. And tonight, we're going to show you what happens when the B-2 reveals its full potential. The B-2 Spirit isn't just another aircraft, it's a ghost, a $2 billion flying wing that can erase targets while remaining almost invisible. To understand why it's feared, let's break down its true capabilities. The B-2 doesn't just dodge radar, it humiliates it. Imagine an enemy operator staring at a radar screen in a bunker. Dozens of blips fill the screen. Fighters, drones, incoming missiles. And then somewhere in that chaos is the B-2. But here's the trick. It doesn't look like a bomber. It doesn't even look like an aircraft. On their radar, the B-2 Spirit appears no bigger than a small bird. By the time they realize what's happening, it's already too late. How? Its flying wing structure bends radar waves away from their source, scattering signals into empty space. And that unique radar-absorbing skin? It doesn't reflect signals, it swallows them like a sponge drinking water. To radar operators, this multi-billion-dollar bomber might as well be invisible. Look closer and you'll notice what's missing. No vertical stabilizers, no tail, no fins. Every line, every edge is designed for one purpose: to vanish. Even its engines are hidden deep inside the fuselage, with carefully designed S-shaped intakes that cool the exhaust before it leaves the body. Heat-seeking missiles look for flames, but the B-2 offers only a faint whisper of warm air. It's not just stealthy, it's a ghost. A $2 billion ghost that hunts in silence, but stealth is just half the nightmare. Because when the bomb bay doors open, the B-2 Spirit transforms from a shadow. Hidden beneath its sleek wing is space for 40,000 pounds of destruction. That's 8,500-pound bombs, enough to level an entire military base in minutes. But if the mission calls for it, the B-2 can swap those bombs for 16 long-range cruise missiles, each one a nuclear-capable spearhead, designed to obliterate bunkers buried hundreds of feet underground. Let that sink in. A single B-2 can unleash firepower, powerful enough to cripple an entire nation's defenses in one mission, and it can do it without ever being seen. In simple terms, the B-2 Spirit doesn't just strike targets, it erases them. It doesn't just damage cities, it can erase them from the map. Most bombers rely on speed. They roar across the sky, hit their targets, and escape before being shot down. But the B-2 doesn't need speed. It has patience. With aerial refueling, this stealth bomber can fly 12,000 miles without ever landing. That's enough to take off from Missouri, slip across the Atlantic, strike deep in enemy territory, and return home in a single mission. Its record, 44 hours straight in the air. 2 full days circling like a phantom, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Think about that. While most aircraft need rest, refueling and rotation, the B-2 just keeps flying. It doesn't rush, it stalks. Because stealth isn't about speed, it's about striking when no one is ready. Step inside the cockpit and you'll find just 2 people. 2 men or women trusted with the deadliest bomber in the world. They sit side by side, controlling a machine that costs more than a small city. Advanced terrain following radar lets them skim just above mountains in darkness. Navigation systems plot courses across continents. Weapon systems can guide bombs to targets with surgical precision. And yes, even the B-2 has ejection seats. Because when you're flying a $2 billion ghost, the Air Force makes sure its crew can escape if things go wrong. But here's the truth. In over 30 years of service, the B-2 Spirit has almost never been in danger. Because to be in danger, you first have to be seen. And the B-2 isn't seen. Not by radar, not by satellites, not by missiles. It's a machine designed to survive in skies where nothing else can. In modern warfare, the B-2 Spirit isn't backup. It isn't support. It is the first strike. Imagine a battlefield. The enemy has layered defenses, radar networks, missile batteries, surface-to-air systems like the Russian S-400. Sending conventional bombers into that airspace would be suicide. But send in the B-2? It slips past, unseen. It wipes out the radars. It erases the missile launchers. It blinds the battlefield. And once that's done, the B-1 Lancer and B-52 Stratofortress can sweep in, raining down destruction without fear of being shot down. Without the B-2 Spirit, America's bombers would be flying into a wall of missiles. With it, the skies belong to the United States. So when we say what happens when the B-2 Spirit shows its full potential, the answer is chilling. Nothing survives. It is the ghost that cities fear, the phantom that defenses can't catch, and the silent destroyer that ensures America's dominance in the skies. But this story doesn't end here, because a new ghost is already rising, the B-21 Raider. Smaller, smarter, even deadlier. This was the B-2 Spirit. Subscribe now and join us as we reveal the future of stealth bombers, only here on Air Dominance TV.